With performance-based gamification, the platform is not measuring what a person has learned or what they know. Instead, performance-based gamification is measuring what a person does. It is tracking and rewarding actual behavior by the person. In one company, they've gamified their sales software. They have tied moving potential clients from one status, such as prospect, to another status, such as holding a meeting or close the sale. The idea is that when the salesperson goes into the web-based system and changes the prospect status, a normal part of their daily workflow, the system, which is monitoring the activities of the salesperson, awards points for that activity. This is just one type of performance-based gamification. When you look at performance-based gamification, there are really three different types, going from the simplest to the most sophisticated. The first type is self-reporting of the performance by the employee. In this case, the gamification system would prompt an employee or student to perform a certain behavior or activity in addition to asking knowledge-based questions. For example, in new hire training, it might be something like talk to your supervisor about job expectations. After the employee has spoken with their supervisor, the employee would manually enter into the system that they completed that task. The system would then award points or a reward for performing that behavior. Of course, such a system would require an audit or periodic check to ensure compliance and verify the authenticity of the self-reporting. To avoid some of the temptations of self-reporting, another type of performance gamification is the use of observation. In this case, the employee would perform a task, and a colleague, peer, or supervisor would then enter into the gamified system and award points to the person observed. This method works especially well when the observer has some objective tool or worksheet for evaluating the performance. A checklist or rubric is typically employed to allow for objective observation. The person observing simply goes down the checklist and marks off on a rubric the level of accuracy, precision, or correctness observed while the person was performing the task. This can be done through an app or mobile device, which avoids having to manually enter that information, which takes additional time and effort by the observer. To avoid any additional time and effort, the third type of performance-based gamification is completely reliant on the interface between operational, academic, or business software and the gamification platform. This is where the activities in the software link directly to the points awarded in the gamification platform. This is systematic performance gamification. For example, in an academic setting, if a student was supposed to enter into the class's learning management system and watch a video and comment on the video, the gamified system could track the student's activities and award points when the student successfully completed the task. In a corporate example, if an order entry clerk is supposed to check a customer's credit before taking an order from that customer, the system would track whether or not the customer's credit was checked, and if it was checked, award points. The system could also award badges for combinations of behaviors performed by the order entry clerk. If such a system is custom built, it can be expensive and difficult to implement. But many such systems are available off the shelf with minimal modifications, and those can be reasonably priced. Once implemented, performance-based gamification systems don't take any additional time or effort by the employee or the employee's supervisor to enter information into the gamified system. Performance-based gamification tracks directly the desired employee behavior and performance and rewards them appropriately, which makes it a highly objective process. Another added feature of performance-based gamification systems is that they can identify gaps in learning due to the monitoring of performance and then provide or serve up to the learner additional learning modules as they are needed. In fact, performance-based gamification systems can measure proficiency, productivity, and competence by combining learning and performance metrics. Performance-based gamification measures actual behavior and provides incentives and rewards for the behavior. This can be a great way to help reinforce desired practices and behaviors.